We're back in conversation here. The World Joy movement is flowing, and the movement part is taking place. And one of the things that's really lovely about when looking at the World Joy movement, we're a bunch of people who decided to try and figure out how to take the suffering in the world and transform it into a more joyful world. And what's really lovely about our approach is that we're all practitioners. We're practitioners of joy and uplifting the world in our own way. Now, that being said, it doesn't necessarily mean that we are also just one-dimensional people who only experience joy at all times in life. And I love having these conversations, especially when we have a coaching conversation, because it gives room for us as leaders, as people who are really embarking on a journey to say, how do we make our impact, to both be out in the world, creating and co-creating and collaborating and bringing new ways of uplifting people out there, but then also still having space for our internal demons, the thoughts and doubts that creep up, the hidden fears, and also the limiting beliefs and mindsets that we may have. We can have a space for all of that so that we can be and enjoy the process of excavating, or at least getting different perspectives on it. That's I enter into this conversation here wanting to create that much space in this conversation. I have no idea where it's going to go. This is a continuation of an earlier conversation that we had. Philippa and I met yesterday, and we had a deep coaching conversation, and there were some things that were still on the table that we wanted to at least create space to bring back into the room. Now, Philippa, in a bit here, I'm going to open it up for you. I want to bring you into this room and such, but I'll say this from the very beginning. We may not talk about anything that we talked about from yesterday. We don't need to continue in a linear step-by-step fashion from that. Because when you're operating in a place of joy, you're coming from a place of wholeness, you're coming from a place of completion, synergy. And when you're coming from coaching, since we're not in the information-based game, we're in the insight-based game. If we're able to find various insights that actually help you see your world differently, then from that place, the options that might become available for you, the challenges and roadblocks that you felt like you were facing, and the possibilities that you want to create, you might be able to take. They may have a totally different place within you, or as we go forward. So I'm just going to let you know, I'm not tied to specifically continuing the conversation from the other day. And I'll also make sure that we create space and bring it in case there is something to really continue down. But are you good with allowing, my biggest thing is let me be in the space with you to help you create more joy through the way that you show up in the world. Yeah. Are you good with that, Philippa?
Yes, I'm really good with that.
It's the World Joy movement. Yeah. What was your greatest insight from this conversation? And if you want to come and be a part of a conversation like this live, it's really simple. Just go to beworldjoy.com and come introduce yourself, and let's take the conversation to the next level, because you're there now. All right, let's play.